Hey, good morning. So we're just gonna do a little practice that gets the breath, blood flow moving, limbs and arms and legs moving, and also opens up the hip flexors and really some basic fundamental principles of movement in this setting. So we're gonna start actually lying down. The things that you'll need: a blanket and blocks, 1 or 2, have handy. Those would be really excellent. If you don't, pause the video and grab those. We're going to start on our back with some shoulder and abdominal movements. You'll lie all the way back and just stretch the legs forward, the arms overhead, and take a full breath in. As you exhale, bring the arms right back down by your side. And pay attention to the breath as you breathe in, arms overhead. As you breathe out, let your arms come back down to the floor. And one more, arms overhead. Let's hold it and just stretch your left arm and leg away from each other when you're curling towards the right slightly. We'll just switch that almost like you're climbing a ladder, right arm at leg, reaching away from each other, so you're opening up the side body. We'll just do one more. And exhale, inhale, stretch long. And exhale, let's bring the arms back down to your side. Roll the head side to side. Make sure you've got some good space in the neck and shoulders. We'll bring the arms in a wide T shape. Press down through the back of the hand so your palms are facing up. And when you do, you'll feel a tone in the back body. Your shoulders might lift a little bit off the ground, and you'll press against the floor at the back of the head. Then you're going to release that and bring the palms together right over the heart and chest and squeeze or press. Inhale, open. Press through the floor, the back of the head. Exhale, close over the chest. You're making a pec fly with no weight. You're just using the arms. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, pressing against the floor, back of the hand, and exhale, pressing palms together. Excellent. And then release that, and we'll grab a block for this next one. We're going to hold the block with the blades of the hands. The thumbs are not grabbing. We're just pressing with blades of hand. We'll do arm extensions. Note that the arm bone needs to be in the shoulder socket and the shoulders down away from the ears. So we're going to take the arm bone out of the socket for a second and then drop it in. And as it drops in, it's going to want to drop in and up. You're going to pull down with the back muscles, the shoulder blades, so they're more on the back and away from the ears. You've got a long neck. That's where we're holding. And then pull the belly towards the floor. So you anchor the feet and bring the arms overhead. Hugging the block with the hands. Inhale, exhale, right back to vertical. Inhale, arms overhead. Try to keep the ribs in and the low back on the mat. Exhale. You probably have space a little bit, room for the bum. This is just full range of motion for the shoulder. It doesn't have to touch, but if you can touch the block to the floor, great, or touch the thumbs to the floor. Let's do one more time. Full breath in, full extension through the shoulders, raising overhead. And exhale here, making sure the arm bone is in the socket without raising it up to your ear. I'm going to bend the knees. Release the block. Again, roll your head side to side. There's a couple more shoulder things that we can do. Goalpost hinges are bringing the elbows in goalposts. The palms or fingers facing up. So I've got vertical alignment with the forearm. And I'm just gonna rotate back. Keep the rib cage down, the head relaxed, shoulders relaxed, and then bring it back to center. On the exhale, inhale, rotate back. And exhale, bring it back to center again. Doesn't matter if you're touching the floor or not. We just want full range of motion here. And to see and assess where you're at. When you do come back, keep the wrist straight and flat. So we're not caulking the wrist, not trying to reach back or caulk the wrist in any way. Just very neutral. With the elbows here in a goalpost, we can bring them elbows together and then up overhead. So full range of motion here, and then bring the elbows back towards the chest and pec fly out. Inhale, squeeze forearms together. Overhead. Exhale, elbows back towards the chest and open the elbows to the side. Squeeze. It's going to feel a lot of opening through your shoulder girdle. Be sure to keep the neck relaxed. Even make sure that you can turn the head side to side one more time. Excellent. And then release the arms down to your side. It's a lot of work for the shoulders, so make sure you're not going too far, too fast, too soon. If there's any pain or hinging, we'll take it a little bit slower pace. Okay, so pelvic tilt, and we'll do reverse ab here. Pelvic tilts are where we bring and lift the low back away from the floor. You can see my hand coming underneath here on the inhale. It's a raising up, it's a relaxing of the belly. Now on the exhale, you're going to drive the navel towards the spine using your front muscles. Maybe a little glute, but not glute only. Inhale, release. Exhale, tilt back. So you can see my hips are getting full range of motion. Inhale here, exhale. Pressing the air out, low back to the mat. Inhale, low back lifts. Not the hips stay on the ground. Inhale and exhale. Times 10 here. Inhale and exhale. We're not going fast, we're going with the breath. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Always at the pace of the breath. Let's bring the lock now between the shin, lengthwise, squeeze it. Hands behind the head, neck, and shoulders, and you'll just raise. This is the crunch, and then we're going to reverse curl by keeping the tone in the navel, the low belly, low back on the mat, and tap the toes to the earth. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, toes tap. If it's hard on your neck, you can actually lay the head back and the arms down to your side. Lower. Inhale. This is all ab, so it doesn't matter if you're crunching the upper part, we're working the lower part. Inhale, arms, legs over hips. Exhale, toe tap. Inhale. And exhale. Really press the navel towards the floor. The low back into the mat. Hold it there, hold it there. No fingers back behind the low back. There should be no space whatsoever. And the pressure even as you drop the feet down towards the floor, even more pressure of your low back into the mat. That's your abs working. And by 10, you're gonna feel a little something right there. Definitely working. Last one. Awesome. Then move your block in between the knees. Let's plant the feet on the floor. Take a little bit of a bridge. Inhale, raising up, pressing through all four corners of the feet. Again, you want the shoulder blades underneath you and the neck long, and a natural curve in the cervical spine. Lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. If you notice, my palms are open to the sky. This helps rotate the upper shoulder a little bit more and get more open through the chest. Inhale, pressing down through the feet, squeeze the block. Lift and exhale, lower. Let's go one more time. And lower. We'll bring the block underneath the sacrum. So we're high centered here. Bring the right knee into the chest. Ooh, that should feel really powerful and good. Rotate through the ankle. Rest your shoulders back. Let your neck be long and your head relaxed. Neck and shoulder. So while you're holding the right knee, you'll take the left leg and jackknife it up towards the sky. Flex the heel and lower as you exhale. Point and lift. So exhale, flex and lower. Hover the heel just above the earth. Inhale, point and lift. Let's go twice more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And this time you're going to hold the heel to the floor. Inner thigh towards the floor. So there's a little rotation here, keeping the toes straight up. And press the heel forward as the knee comes in. And it's early for me. This is definitely a stretch, a very powerful stretch. Don't go too far too fast. You want that gentle opening of the hip flexor. And then place both feet back on the earth and release the right knee. Both feet down as if to go to bridge. And we'll switch sides. Left knee coming in. Give it a little hug towards your left shoulder. And maybe some rotation through the ankle. Both directions. It's going to be a powerful sequence to do in the morning to set you up for success. Move through the body. Flex the foot. Exhale, lower. So you've got the right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, flex and lower. Inhale, point and lift. Full range of motion. The hamstrings getting a powerful stretch, the inner thigh, the hip flexor, all in tandem here. Let's go one more full iteration. We'll raise the leg back up. And on this one, we'll bring the heel all the way to the floor. And the knee to get there. Press the heel forward, inhale. Draw the left knee a little closer towards your armpit. And breathe gently. The breath can help release the tension in the muscle, release the tension in the neck and shoulder area. Make sure you're not holding that stress or tension or biting the jaw. Nice freedom movement through the head area. And then place both feet back onto the earth. We're going to remove the block to the side and take the feet straight up to the sky. Here. Oblique twist. So the hands are behind the skull. Interlace the fingers here. Drop the head back so it's resting like a hammock. And on the inhale, we're going to lower the torso to the floor. On the exhale, we'll raise and reach opposite hand to ankle. Right hand to left ankle. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left hand, right ankle. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. We're getting these oblique, internal, external obliques to work. Exhale. A slight twist. Make sure you're not pulling on the head. You're doing this from the ground up, from your up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center, and reach. 5 each time. This is the last one. Inhale and exhale. Excellent job. Inhale. Release. Oh, bring the feet back to the earth. Roll the head side to side. And we'll take bridge a second time with the block still between the knees here. We're going to release the hip flexors. So we're coming up, press the heels into the mat, shoulders open. As you're squeezing the block, I'd like you to try an extra move. That's pushing down through the left leg to lift the right leg. Maybe a breath or two, or just test the waters. It's something to work towards. Pull that right leg back in, press down through the right heel, hamstring working for sure, and extend the left leg out. 1, 2, or 3 breaths. Bring it back to the floor and lower down. Alternatively, instead of holding, you could squeeze the block, lift and lower, as we did a little bit earlier. Just lifting and lowering, ×5. Okay, let's move. Remove the block and the obliques. And then we're gonna lie prone on the belly. We're just gonna flip like a pancake. I'm gonna come around this way. You can just flip over like a pancake, coming onto the hands and knees. Just shift the hips around a little bit. We're gonna cat-cow position. We're gonna take it all the way to the floor. Onto the belly. Arms at your side, palms to the mat, and the tops of the feet pressing into the floor. Raise the right leg on an inhale, just not very tight. Keep the hips stationary on the floor. Sit bones towards your heels, and then lower. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, lower. Remember to properly align and lengthen the low back by pressing pubic bone down and taking sit bones towards your heels. Inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, lower. And left leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Keep the opposite foot anchored into the floor. It's going to help. Inhale, lift. Both legs at the same time. Raise and lower. I'm going to keep the upper torso quiet right now. It's not moving. Just moving the lower part, the legs lift and lower. And as they lift, squeeze the inner thighs so we're not letting them fly open. And lower one last time. And then press the tops of the feet into the floor, super strong. Press down and then raise the head, neck, and shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, turn the head to one side and lower down. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades on the back. Long neck. Exhale, lower. Make sure the turtle is out of the shell. We're not hunched here. Squeeze shoulder blades and lower. Excellent. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more. And then we're going to put it all together. Full locust. So we inhale, head, shoulders, hands, and feet. Lift. Exhale, lower. Turn the head to one side. Inhale, raise. And exhale, lower. Of course, we're working all of the back muscles. Inhale, lift, which is part of your core. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One last one. Let's lift and hold for one breath. So inhale, lift. Steady the waters. Exhale, lengthen forward and back. Inhale, lift again. Raise shoulder blades and exhale, release. So that's a little bit of a challenge. Shake the hips side to side. You can even bend the knees and take the feet side to side. That rolls the hips. Feels really good. And plant the hands here on either side of the chest. Lift onto hands and knees. Walk the hands forward into puppy pose. We get a stretch through the shoulder, hips, and a nice release for the low back. The hips are over the knees are just hip width apart. The arms walking forward. Rest your forehead on the mat or on the wall. Take a full breath in, a full breath out. Come out, rest your elbows. And transition slowly. The transitions in yoga are just as important as the postures. Want to be mindful that we're not moving in a way that's jerky or fast or going to put you in harm's way. So always slow and thoughtful and with much care, moving in and out of postures. Okay, now I'll take the 5 movements of the spine and we'll do this seated today. I'm using a blanket underneath my hip to support a little raise, and it's a little bit more comfortable. Cross-legged position if you'd like. We'll start with a little circumduction. Let's do that first. This isn't necessarily a spinal movement, but it's a hip movement, and I love it. For the other direction. Your spine is pretty steady. That's the torso that's moving. And I can tell already my hips are a little more open from what we just did. Then we're going to plant the sit bones and reach to the sky through the crown of the head. This is axial extension. We're just decompressing the spine and getting a lot of space through each vertebra. Let's take the arms out to your side, up and over to the right. Side flexion. Take a breath or two here. And again, we don't want the shoulder up to the ear. It needs to be open, extended, and the head is right in line with the direction the spine is moving. 2 or 3 breaths. We'll come back to center. Shift side to side. Let's realign to a neutral spine and then flexion over to your left side. The left hand straight out from the hip, fingertips pointing towards the side wall. A little bend of the elbow can bring you in a nice C-shaped curve. Root down through the right sit bone. Open even more fully and completely through the right side. And I'm moving the head just to make sure I'm not pinching the neck or holding tension there. Inhale, let's come back to center. Place the hands on the knees and take an extended spine. Inhale. We're curving concave, and then exhale, convex, rounding in a C shape. Inhale, lift. Exhale, move around, connection from the side. This is a little mini cat-cow seated. Inhale, extension. Exhale, flexion. Let the movement move from the heart. So it's not my head necessarily going up and down. It's my heart moving up and pulling back. The head follows. Inhale, lift. Extend, exhale, round. And then come back to a neutral spine. That already feels so much better. And we're going to take the arms overhead. Inhale. Over to your right side in a twist. So the left arm comes across the right knee. Turn and look over your shoulder. Full breath in, full breath out. Just go to where it feels like a comfortable stretch. Three or four breaths, holding. And then release it, come back to center. Realign the spine, take the arms overhead. Inhale and exhale over to your left side now. Hand on the left knee. And the left hand reaches behind to support. Full breath in, full breath out. You should feel this all the way up the spine and through the neck. Full breath. And then bring it back to center on the inhale. Nice, straight spine, and just feel the effects of the practice. For 5 deep breaths. This is a great time to go into meditation, great time to add in some breath work. Ujjayi breath, inhale. 4 or 5, exhaling. I'm going to teach you a ladder breath to end with. We'll inhale for 4, 2, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5. The nose, exhale through the nose. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 6. And exhale for 7. Make it even all the way out. Inhale for 7. Feel the lungs all the way up to the collarbone. Exhale for 8. Squeeze all the air out. 4, 2, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 8. For 9. All right, 8. Exhale for 9. Last one. Inhale for 9. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give a breath. Namaste.